Hi, welcome to the second part of my walk around the lake on the 22nd of June 2021. The pelicans had a lot of fun in this video. I've been trying to work out if these are actually black cormorants or are they darters. And apparently the difference that I have found is cormorants have black legs and feet while darters have flesh-coloured legs and feet. And so that left me pondering, what is flesh colour exactly? Now, I'm an artist, I paint portraits, and as far as I know, flesh can be lots of colours, so I won't worry too much about it. I'll assume they meant some kind of pale pink or orange. So until I get a close-up look, I'll assume they're cormorants, because I think what I'm looking at have got the black legs and feet, but I haven't got a sufficiently close-up photo that's clear enough for me to be able to really tell. So this is the little weir and the grevillea flower that's growing near the weir. And there's the bridge I've got across. Cars go across that bridge as well, and here is the little pond under the bridge after I've crossed it. That's a swamp hen, of course. And there's that same swamp hen in the middle with a duck swimming around it. There's two ducks there and two swamp hens. And that one's a cormorant. I think it's a little pied cormorant. And here's a willie wagtail. He's having a bit of a rest after all his darting around and chasing the insects over the top of the water. Got a bit of video of him coming up next and get you an idea of why they can be very difficult to photograph. Although the little willie wagtails around this lake seem to be very easy to photograph. Any that I've ever come across elsewhere just take a look at you off in the distance and fly away. These ones are either very used to people, which is probably true, or they're very exhausted from all that flying over the lake, which is also possibly true. But I think the nearness, being accustomed to people, is more likely why they're so easy to take photos of. They chase insects to eat. And I think there's just about everywhere in Australia that I've ever been, I've seen a willie wagtail or two. They look like swamp hens. There's plenty for them to eat here in this lake. Oh, there's the dragon. It's not going again today either. It is a fountain. Sometimes it's on and sometimes it's not. Most often I go there, it's not. Oh yes, that's the swamp hens having a bit of fun. They were racing up and down top of the bank there before. And the Eurasian coot with its white markings on its head and beak. And here's a pelican with the cormorant on the rock beside it. Another view of the pelican and the cormorant. And there's a few ducks and things. And a swamp hen. I think the swamp hens and the coots are the most populous collection, although there's a lot of cormorants. Oh yes, and that's a little magpie. It doesn't have a baby with it, so it's quite safe today. It's on the hunt for some beetles and grasshoppers and things. And the pelicans. I was sitting watching TV at home one day, and I heard this sort of a noise beside me, and there was a magpie sitting watching TV with me. inside my house. Later on I saw another one that I chased out of the kitchen, and it caught a grasshopper. Oh, look, there go the pelicans. And I watched the magpie pull all of the legs off the grasshopper, one by one, very delicately, before it ate the grasshopper. And it was a really big grasshopper too. Those pelicans are having a nice flight. I'll lose sight of them in a second. There they go. But then I came across them again up in the sky. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to just float up there with the clouds and then come back down onto the water when you're ready? Swamp hens. And just beside the path that I was walking on, there's another cormorant. I'll keep calling them cormorants until I know for a fact that they are maybe darters. Apparently darters swim along with just their heads and necks poking out of the water. A couple of willie wagtails there as well, and another coot. That's Bird Island. And that's where the peewee was in the last video. That tree in the middle with the shadowed tree on the left in the middle of the photo. And that was a little yellow flower. And some water lilies. I thought we should include a bit of the flora of the lake. Willie wagtail walking out big on the boardwalk, and there it is again, up on a post. Just taking a little breather, and then it'll be off again chasing more insects. I guess they've got to eat a lot to keep themselves active enough to be able to chase all those insects. So we got 3 pelicans all together. This is near the end of my walk, where I almost got back to the car park. Now, there's a lot of pelicans coming. I didn't get video of much of this because I was worried I'd end up getting the video totally out of focus and missing all of it. So we've mostly just got still photos that are mostly in focus, but not always. Sorry about that. I am learning. My camera skills are getting better. After all, it was 6 years of not touching a camera. Then I just got it out again a few weeks ago. These birds were honking at each other so loudly, it was absolutely deafening. Oh, little pelican landing, nearly missed that totally. Yes, I spent about 2 hours yesterday reading the manual and changing all sorts of settings on my camera. It's got an amazing number of settings to change. I hope I'm going to improve things. I'll soon find out when I go to the lake the next time. But I've got 2 more walks to show you videos of before I get to experiment with the settings that I've changed. Yes, I've had the camera on AV mode and I couldn't remember how to change the f-stop, and I had to get the manual out, so that's why I spent so long. I think I had it set on 6 or something like that. I've changed it to 11. That should work a little bit better with my depth of field and things like that. We're nearly finished with the pelican fun, because after a while you just got to leave them alone to themselves. I did have to go home eventually. There's a duck. And they're right up against the bank near where I've got to walk. See those steps on the right there? You can see the path up top. That's where I'll be walking very soon. There we go, up near that path, way up top. And that's the swamp hens. There was a peewee up there as well. Didn't get a very good photo of it. It's pretty hard to get a photo of a peewee. They're nearly as bad as the willie wagtails with the way they move. That swamp hen was looking straight at me. I think they're actually purple swamp hens, and that blue colour, it varies from blues and up to a green as well. I haven't seen the green ones. And that's it. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and it'd be a good idea for you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet and would like to see future videos. And don't forget to click the bell icon if you want to get notified of when I post another video. So bye bye for now, and thank you for watching.